So we need to understand what an inside day is, then we'll be able to scale up from there. Basically, an inside day is an inside bar on the daily chart. But don't worry, you don't need the daily chart for you to understand an inside day. I will show you exactly how to identify this step by step. An inside day is also a consolidation day. What this means is that if we see price action like this, so let's say we see a price is this is a little bit thick. Let's make this a little bit lighter. All right. So this was the previous day, and this was another day, a previous day high, and a previous day low, and a previous day high, this is a previous day high. And let's say this is another day. All right. So price comes in this other day, and what upgraded an even trend, right? And we now have another day here, and what happened? We have the breakouts, we have the levels, and we have to the upside. Now, what we have inside of this whole zone is what we call the inside day. You can see our price never came to take out the previous day high. This is what we mean by the inside day bar. Now, this is very important. You don't just trade the inside day casually because you want to trade it. I will share with you exactly how to do it, right? So pay attention to this. The market will either break out and execute a measured move. In other words, market will either break out trend of the inside day opening range. Okay, now usually we have the Monday, which is the first day of the week, Tuesday, second day of the week. All right. So usually the Monday is what we call the opening range. So usually the Monday is the opening range, and the Tuesday is the initial balance. What this means is this: usually Tuesday will come to balance what Monday. All right. So once we have this as opening, we have Monday as opening range, we have Tuesday as initial balance, right? So first, once we have been able to identify that, okay, we have our opening range here, we want to see price break out of the range, and usually Monday creates either the low of the week or the high of the week, while Tuesday we balance it, we create the low or the high of the week as well. So for example, if Monday creates the low of the week, probably Tuesday will create the high of the week. Having these two things will actually change the way you view them. Meanwhile, let me share as we move on, let me show you more things in the chart. So on this particular day, what exactly can we see? So this is an example. So we have a Friday here. So this is a daily separator. This vertical line, you can see it. But this a vertical line. So we have Friday and we have Monday. So price trade from Friday into Monday, and what happened? You see, the whole of Monday traded inside of Friday, making Monday the inside day. So, are we going to trade this particular inside day? The answer is no. We are only going to get our signal in the next day. Okay, so let's say as market is about to open tomorrow, Monday. All right, as at when I'm making this video, I'm making this video on a Sunday. So let's say as market opens on Monday, Friday was an inside day. Okay, so if Friday was an inside day, which means you can now use this strategy on a Monday. So if Monday was an inside day, you should use this strategy on a Tuesday. I hope you understand. So if an inside day is being formed, you wait patiently, sit on your hands. All right. So this is exactly how to go about it. So once we have identified our inside day, we want to see what happens on Tuesday. Usually, after the breakout of the market, we want to see the first push, first level. So price will either move in threes according to Taylor. All right, Taylor was a book written many years in 1980 something. So I want you to pay attention to all of this. Very, very important, because market move in this is why there was no way, no day you see market move this way, right? But rather we see creating higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Either deep retracement in threes as well, 2, 3, and continuation of that trend. Okay, that's if trend is going to be bullish. Otherwise, after this whole move, right, we have a break of structure right there, and price on side. So this is another variation we are going to learn also subsequent as we move on. Okay, so the first thing we want to pay attention to right here is going to be take this off a little bit. Okay, so we have our breakout. You see, this whole day, this Monday closed inside Friday. Okay, so after the push to the upside, we also have what? A break of structure. So two things: we have a close within the range of Friday, and we now have what? A break of market structure. So after the break of structure, what can we find? We see price pushed up. So on Tuesday, which is going to be our trading day, which is going to be the day we are going to trade this, is this. First, we need to understand our timing. So your time, you need to pay attention to time. Time is everything. Time is very, very important. So I usually trade the London, New York sessions. Okay, now there's what's called a gap time. I'm not going to talk much about that today. I'm not even going to say anything about it today. Understand what when I mean timing. So for London session, I use the 8 a.m. GMT plus one time. 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. is my London time. And for New York, I usually 2:30, 5:30. All right. But New York in itself opens at 1:30 GMT plus one time and 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Eastern Standard Time. All right. Now, on let's say on this particular day, don't worry, I'm going to show you a chart, a graphical representation of this on the chart. So pay attention as we use this, all right? So after the break of this one, on this particular day, we are also waiting for what? We're waiting for our entry patterns. Waiting for our entry patterns. Either we wait for a sweep of liquidity in form of this W pattern, all right, and we look for our entries from here. And we also want to be paying attention to the time of the day where price is reacting. Okay, so usually we also have to pay attention to what? The previous day highs and the previous day low. So literally you need to pay attention to high, previous day low, previous week high, previous week low, session high, session. Now these are fractal, and the fractal nature of the market, you need to pay attention to this. So it doesn't matter the time, right? But there are time frames, specific time frames that makes things very easier for you. And we're going all of this. So immediately we see any of these on our session, we look for our and we buy. Now this is Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, right? So we have Friday as the first day of our cycle. We have Tuesday as the second day, because as you can see, Monday was an inside day, so we are going to jump that. So we have level 3 on Wednesday, and usually we are going to see reversals in the market. You go to your chart and check. You are going to see most times a reversal on a Wednesday, especially when we have about 2 to 3 days of breakout prior to Wednesdays. All right, so that's a video for another time. This is why you should subscribe to the channel. Value, like, okay, so after we've identified this, we have level 1, right? Level 1 happened on Friday, but after Monday, what do we have? We have we can call this our breakout, level 2 breakout. So at this point, we're actually anticipating a reversal, because usually based on the weekly template, according to Stacy, based on the weekly template, we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday reversals, right? So we have the front side, the back the week. So we're going to do all of this subsequently. Feel free to ask your questions below. So on this particular day, we're also what? Looking for buy opportunities. Closing price actually close below, or rather above the opening price. All right, the closing price for open above closing price of the day. What am I saying? The closing price of closes above the opening price of that particular day. So that alone is also a signal, but we have to add those things in confluence to other things. So this is the chart, the 2 days of inside price action. So on this particular example, we have 2 days of inside price action. So we're going to do this very fast, so that people, like I said, this slide is available down in the description once we hit 50 likes and 10 comments. Okay, so on this particular day, remember this is a Friday. So what happened? Friday closed. Okay, we don't have the other part, but I believe price it closed below the opening price. So on Monday, we're actually expecting selling opportunity on Monday. So what happened on a Monday? On Monday, we see that price came, took out the Asian low, and immediately sold off. So we could have actually entered from this point and catch this move to the downside. Then we are going to wait patiently for our New York session. Like I said, sessions are very, very important. So on this particular day, probably we might have seen, mind you, this is a 15-minute chart. This is a 15-minute chart. All right, chart. So literally, we can actually look for some opportunities within the price action. But that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about the inside days. So this is Monday. Remember, Monday is the opening range, and Tuesday is what? The initial balance. Now, the opening range is still intact. Tuesday came, never traded above, didn't even hit. So this is an indication that okay, we're still keeping trend. There is no change yet. So on Wednesday, we're expecting two things. We're expecting that a ranging day, reversal day. Okay, so usually Wednesday will reverse most of the time. So exactly what exactly can we say? This the previous day low, and this was the Tuesday high, right? So Wednesday, what happened? Price traded inside. Now you might quickly say, okay, now we have 2 days inside price action. So we have 2 days of inside price action. So what then can we do in this scenario? We have to judge using the previous day's price action. So on this particular day, what can we say? We have a nice break to the downside, right? Confirming that okay, likely be going to the downside. Coupled with the fact that this was an inside day. So what am I expecting? The third day, on the next day, I'm actually expecting a break to the either side of the market. So the side that price breaks to first, those are the part I'm going to look out potential entry. In this case, we have two areas here. In this case, this was the first side price broke. Then in this case, what do? We mark the high and off. No, now the high and the necessarily mean the high, right? We can mark the session or value swing high. Just like in this case, this is a value swing high and swing low. So what happened? Price broke above the highs first. So we can start. And how do we do that? We can look for that after we've identified a valid push to the downside, which is a valid push. So on in London session, this is London session, right? I can actually start selling opportunities, or rather buying opportunities. But take note, I have to first see what the candles are doing. If you notice, the candle will have one, two, next was the reversal. Now we can do the same thing session. As you can see, we could have our entry opportunity. Yes, is now, and this is when we in check, all right, when we are just trading the opening, the inside. So now there are three levels of rise after a break of structure. We're going to be very fast now because we've understood exactly what we mean. Okay, so we have remember this day was also an inside day, right? And we had our break of structure right there. Remember the slide I showed you earlier. In case you did not see it, go and check it again. Remember not it. Yes, remember the slide. Remember this area, this break of stress. Yes, that's exactly what I'm sure right here. Okay, so we have this break, and what's the confirmation? How then can we start? We have one, we have two. Let's check. Okay, so at this point, I'm willing to look for selling opportunities and a reversal setup. And take note, we have been expecting the reversal to happen on Wednesday, but never happened. So on Thursday, we might like as well. This is quite simple once we pay attention to what I'm showing. So only enter your trade after 3 steps 5. And as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3. So I personally call this the stamps. All right. Once you've identified all of this, then go. Okay. So we also have to look for other confluences like break in structure. Right. Break in structure is different from break of structure. I'm going to teach us that some other time, not today. So we have break in immediate look at that. So if you are trading London session, probably this is an opportunity session. Right? Then if you are take note, this price actually opened around around 7 I think this price was around was a 7 a.m. was a 7 a.m. also, right? And what price, all of these I will teach you later, okay, as we move on. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss as well. So can selling this an indication what am I saying? So selling indication after an inside day. So how do we know? We've identified our three levels and three levels of rise after the breakout, right? And we've identified that okay, this this is Wednesday. We expect the reversal. It's never happened. So this is Thursday. How do we now know that it has about to happen? This is where we begin to see when we see. Remember, an inside day can also be what? A consolidation. So inside day is as variation actually is fractal in nature. You can have that in sessions, you can have that in the first hour of each session, that in days as well and in weeks as well, right? So on this particular day, we have break instruction. That's exactly where how to enter setup. All right. Take note. Also take note of this, guys. This is very important. We will only enter after we've identified breakout of our inside day with a three level of rise. In case you don't know what that is, rewind the video, you understand exactly. So feel free to check video description for free signal and setup. Now tell you also, like I said, this slide is available 50 likes. So please smash the like button, comment, and subscribe. The inside the setup is identified after our weekly template is identified. This is another. These things can be very, very confusing. Watch the video over, though it's confusing, you are going to understand it better. Like I said, you can download this slide for free below once we hit 50 likes and 10 comments. So I'm going to pin that in the description box below. All right. So thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you.